Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we'll have a look at a slightly atypical watch. I believe that at some point all watch lovers reach the moment when they're searching for a timepiece with a case design that is a bit more special, perhaps something other than round. Maybe a square watch such as the Tag Heuer Monaco, or a rectangular one like the Cartier Tank or the famous Reverso from Jaeger-LeCoultre. The problem there is that all these watches tend to be quite expensive. Unless you're looking in the right place, what you're left with are maybe some fashion watches, which you probably don't want anyway. So this is where we have to focus our attention again on Seiko. The watch in the images is the Seiko Recraft. There are several variations of it, such as the SNKP25 with a brown/burgundy dial, SNKP27 with a green dial, and SNKP23 with a blue dial and metal bracelet. I see this watch as being more suitable on the dressier side of things, but I also think that it can be dressed down and worn more casually. Let's start with the 39.5mm case, which I believe is very well proportioned, making this timepiece look good on the wrist but also wear comfortably. The added comfort I think doesn't come just from the case itself, but from the high quality leather strap as well. The strap is wider and thicker than what you're used to see being paired with dressier watches. In my opinion, the strap is part of what makes it possible to wear the Recraft in a more casual way. The sunburst dial is protected by Seiko's Hardlex crystal, and it's effortlessly complemented by the applied markers and slightly raised outer edge. There is also an elegant frame around the day-date complication. Talking about complications, let's have a look at the movement, which is actually not that complicated. Sometimes I've heard the 7S26 being described as a bare bones movement. If you want, you can still admire it through the transparent caseback. For some, the simplicity of the 7S26 may be off-putting. However, I think it's worth mentioning that this simplicity is precisely what makes it so reliable. As I understand, some 7S26 movements keep going for decades without servicing, which is quite impressive. No, you don't have hacking seconds, nor manual winding, and I get how that's annoying as I really enjoy interacting with my watches, and manually winding them is an important part of that interaction. Beating a 21,600 VPH, the Recraft will still give you a pretty good 41-hour power reserve. Another aspect that I want to share with you is that my particular example is not glowing in the dark. Although on the vendor's website I remember that the luminescent markers were being mentioned. I hope I remember this correctly, but please keep in mind that I bought mine years ago. What you see as white dots around the dial and white lines on the minute and hour hand would be just white paint. I kept what I believe is the best part for the end, and that's the price. Although in the UK the Recraft seems to be sold anywhere between 200 and 300 pounds, I bought my model from the US for just over 100 bucks. Thanks again for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to like and subscribe so that we can stay in touch. If you're aware of other similar watches, do let me know in the comments below. Until next time.